I saw a video where Apostle Suleiman was telling the audience that people are deceiving them. I mean, this is not verbatim, yeah. This is just me paraphrasing what he said. That who told them that the Chinese and all those other societies that developed do not go to church, or they are not Christians and stuff like that, or do not have a religion. And in the comment section, somebody said that I live in China and 97% do not go to church. They even go to schools on Sundays. Now, I haven't been to China, but I live in Germany, and I'll tell you that in my 6 years, just one person has approached me with the word of God, and that person was a white woman. And the reason that actually made me feel a kind of way was because I've told you guys before that where I live, I'm like the singular black person. Even on the queue, when you go to restaurants or you go to bakeries, you're like the only one. And then this was an afternoon where I was, as usual, the only black person in the bakery. And then this white woman walked up to me and invited me to her church. And first of all, don't forget that I've told you guys on my channel that we have something called Good Gazettes, where people have people have freedom of religion, people, all human beings are equal and things like that. So I was quite surprised, simply because for me, in my mind, I was wondering, why didn't she approach other people? Why didn't she approach other people in the shop? Why did she pick me out? And that particular incident made me realize that this whole thing is exploitation. I mean, she looked at everybody there and knew that, oh, this black lady would be interested in religion. They know us. And just to buttress this point of mine and why I feel like they know us is, I teach English on Preply, and every time I tell my students that I'm agnostic, you see the shock on their faces. They can't believe it. It got to a point that I had to even tell one of my students that, is it because I'm black? And then he was like, stunned. He didn't say anything, but I could see that one of the reasons why he couldn't reconcile me not having a faith was because I was black. And then it just, really, really made me think and realize that, boy, this heaven that we are all struggling to go to, it's like it's a black thing, because, because other people are just looking at us like, what's going on? And then let's not forget that we have other religious nations, but this video is strictly based on my personal experience and to tell people out there that, see, many of these pastors are focused on convincing you about religion simply because you are their meal ticket, you're their paycheck. Now, this has nothing to do with if Jesus is coming again or you're going to heaven and hell. They need you to keep coming to church because you're funding their lifestyles. And see, I hate to have this conversation because it's not my business what you do with your life, but just simply because I saw that comment, I was like, hey, let me tell you guys what's happening over here. Simply because the people who go to church here very well are also the Africans. Let me know what you think.